T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition, liftoff.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Pad 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, carrying the iSpace Series 1 lunar lander. During ascent, we tilt the engines, which we call gimbaling, and that turns the rocket horizontally. And that's what we call a gravity turn. We are still
telemetry is nominal.
We are still going up, but we are also heading horizontally away from the launch pad. The rocket typically needs to go 17,000...
Vehicle supersonic.
Great call-outs there. The rocket typically needs to go 17,500 miles per hour horizontally in order to avoid being pulled back down to Earth and get into orbit. And we just heard a call out for max Q. That is maximum dynamic pressure. This is the largest structural load that the vehicle sees on ascent. Now that we're past the period of max Q, or maximum dynamic pressure,
engine chill.
We do have 5 events coming up in quick succession. That'll be MECO, stage separation, stage 1 flip, SES-1, and then the boost back burn on the first stage will begin. Again, MECO is where all 9 of those engines that you see lit up on your screen, those will shut down. That helps slow the stage down in preparation for stage separation. Then the first stage will do a flip in order to make its way back to its landing zone today on land, followed by SES-1, or second stage engine start 1, on the second stage. That's where the MVAC engine will ignite, and then the boost back burn will also begin on the first stage. Those events are coming up here in just a few seconds.
Stage separation confirmed.
MVAC ignition.
Stage 1 boost back startup.
Some really cool views there. We just had MECO, stage separation. You could see the stage 1 flipping in the background of the MVAC view, and an awesome view of the first stage boost back burn there. Awesome, awesome views. Again, that was MECO, stage separation, stage 1 flip, SES-1, that's the MVAC engine igniting. There you can see that on your right-hand screen. Stage 1 is currently in its boost back burn.
Fairing separation confirmed.
And there you can see on the right-hand screen, the fairing halves have deployed from the second stage as well. These fairing halves have completed their 4th and 5th flight and will be recovered when they return back down to Earth on our recovery vessel, Bob.
Stage 1 boost back shut down.
And as you saw on your left-hand screen, the engine has shut down on the first stage. That concludes the boost back burn for stage 1. And an awesome view here. This is from our Falcon 9 second stage, looking at our MVAC engine in its first burn at the moment. T plus 4 minutes into today's mission. We are in the first of 2 planned MVAC burns before payload deployment. At T plus 6 minutes and 33 seconds, you should see on your screen the first stage's entry burn. That burn will last about 20 seconds. Now, the entry burn is where we relight 3 M1D engines, starting with the center E9 engine, then followed shortly afterwards by the E1 and E5 engines. Now, that slows the vehicle down as it passes back into the Earth's atmosphere. Now, we need to slow the stage down in order to reduce re-entry forces, and that helps us with recovery and reuse of the first stage. Again, what you're seeing on your screen is a view of the MVAC engine on the second stage. So far looking like it's on a nominal trajectory. Now, reusability is key to lowering the cost.
Vehicles on nominal trajectory.
Great call-outs there. Reusability is key to lowering the cost of spaceflight, which enables more investments in critical scientific research. The Falcon 9 first stage that is supporting today's mission will perform this entry burn for the 5th time, previously having supported SES-22 and 3 Starlink missions. Again, that entry burn will be coming up in just about a minute from now, around the T plus 6 minute and 33 second mark. During that entry burn, Falcon 9 is decelerating by firing its Merlin engines, and we are still moving rapidly. This causes the vehicle to fly through Merlin's exhaust gases, which we also call the rocket's plume, and this deposits a layer of soot on the vehicle's surface. Now, that soot comes from the carbon-based fuel that Falcon 9 uses. About 30 seconds away from the entry burn on the first stage. Again, you're seeing a view of the second stage MVAC engine on your screen.
Stage 1, entry burn startup.
And there now on your left-hand screen is the first stage. We did hear the call out and also can see those engines lighting up the screen, very bright there. This burn lasts about 20 seconds. Again, it's 3 of 9 M1D engines reigniting.
Stage 1, entry burn shut down.
Stage 1 FTS is saved.
And as you saw, the engines have shut down. That concludes the entry burn for the first stage. Next up, in just about 30 seconds, will be the landing burn for the first stage. That's a single engine burn, the center E9 engine. Each engine is optimized for sea level.
Startup terminal guidance.
And it has about 190,000 pounds of thrust. So that single engine is just enough thrust to enable the first stage vehicle to touch down on its landing zone. Today will be
Stage
landing.
1 transonic.
It will be landing zone 2 or LZ2 that we will be attempting to land on today. And just shortly after the landing burn begins,
Stage 1 landing burn.
as we just saw and heard, the stage 1
MVAC
vehicle
shutdown.
landing burn has begun. We also heard the shutdown of the second stage engine, but let's
Stage 2
watch
FTS is
as Falcon 9 touches down for landing with this incredible view here.
Nominal orbit insertion.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
Really awesome views there. As you can see, Falcon 9 has touched down on landing zone 2. That is our 155th recovery of an orbital class rocket, including first stage landings for Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy. Now, we also had SECO 1, or second stage engine cutoff 1. And that is of that MVAC engine that you can see there shut down. But the mission is not over just yet. The second stage is now embarking on its first coast phase. After the coast phase, we will light that MVAC engine for a second time at T plus 40 minutes. We will not have ground station coverage for SES-2 and SECO-2, so we'll come back to confirm a successful burn right before payload deploy at the T plus 47 minute mark. So sit back and enjoy the space tunes, and we'll see you back here in about 35 minutes.
Gostou do vídeo? Deixe seu like. Inscreva-se no canal e ative as notificações.